What if I told you there are mysteries so strange, so deeply puzzling, that even the most brilliant minds on Earth can't explain them? From cryptic messages in ancient books, to entire aircraft vanishing without a trace, to eerie hums heard across continents. These are real cases. No fiction, no embellishment, just the chilling truth. And today, we're taking you on a journey into the unknown as we count down the top 10 most unsolved mysteries of the world. Make sure you stay with us until the very end, because number 1 might just make you question the world you thought you knew. Let's begin. 10. The Voynich Manuscript. Tucked away inside Yale University's rare book collection is a manuscript that has baffled scholars for over a century. Discovered in 1912, the Voynich Manuscript is a handwritten book dating back to the early 1400s, filled with strange botanical illustrations, astrological charts, and hundreds of pages of text. Written in a language no one can identify, linguists, codebreakers, even top cryptanalysts from World War II have attempted to decipher it. Artificial intelligence has tried. Nothing has worked. No other texts share this bizarre script. To make things weirder, many of the plants in the illustrations don't exist in any known catalog of Earth's flora. Some researchers believe it might be a lost language. Others think it's a highly advanced hoax. And then there are those who claim it could be an artifact from an ancient civilization, or perhaps something not of this world. After over 600 years, the Voynich manuscript remains unread and unreadable. 9. The Dyatlov Pass Incident, February 1959. 9 experienced Russian hikers, all in their 20s and early 30s, ventured deep into the snowy Ural Mountains. Days later, none return. Search teams find their tent ripped open from the inside, as if the hikers fled in terror. The bodies are discovered scattered across the slopes, some in a state of undress, others with horrific internal injuries like crushed ribs and fractured skulls. One woman is missing her tongue and eyes. Despite sub-zero temperatures, many were barefoot or wearing only socks. High levels of radiation are detected on some of their clothing. No signs of struggle, no evidence of an avalanche, no footprints but their own. Officially, the cause was declared a compelling natural force. But what kind of force causes such selective and violent damage? Theories range from secret Soviet weapons experiments to supernatural forces to an encounter with something completely unknown. 8. The disappearance of the Sodder children. It was Christmas Eve, 1945. The Sodder family home in Fayetteville, West Virginia, caught fire in the middle of the night. The parents and 4 of their 10 children escaped, but the remaining 5, ages 5 to 14, were never seen again. No remains were found in the ashes. Investigators said the fire burned too hot, but experts later disputed that. Even stranger, the family's phone lines had been cut. A ladder usually kept near the house had vanished. A stranger had been seen watching the children days earlier. A woman claimed she saw the missing kids looking out the window of a car the next morning. The Sodders believed their children had been kidnapped and the fire used as a cover-up. They spent the rest of their lives searching, putting up billboards, hiring private investigators. But the trail always went cold. Were the children taken? If so, why? 7. The Zodiac Killer. From 1968 to 1969, Northern California was haunted by a serial killer who called himself Zodiac. He taunted law enforcement and the press with cryptic letters, many containing strange ciphers and symbols. Some of these were cracked decades later. Others remain unsolved to this day. The Zodiac claimed responsibility for 37 murders, though only 5 have been officially confirmed. His victims had no clear pattern. Couples, individuals, rural and urban settings alike. He signed his letters with a crossed circle symbol and sent chilling threats that he would target school buses and crowds. Despite decades of investigation and thousands of tips, the Zodiac's true identity was never discovered. He simply vanished. Some believe he died, others think he blended back into society, a family man, maybe even a neighbor. The scariest part? He could have been sitting next to you on the train or watching from the shadows. 6. The Lost City of Atlantis. The idea of Atlantis comes from the writings of the ancient Greek philosopher Plato. He described a massive island nation with advanced technology, massive buildings, and incredible naval power, a utopia that mysteriously sank into the ocean in a single day and night of misfortune. Was it just a myth, or was it based on a real place? Over the centuries, explorers and archaeologists have searched for Atlantis across the Mediterranean, the Caribbean, even Antarctica. Some believe it could be under the waters near the Azores. Others say it was inspired by the eruption of the island of Santorini, which devastated an advanced Bronze Age civilization. Despite the skepticism, new underwater discoveries, submerged structures, mysterious ruins continue to spark debate. What if Plato wasn't exaggerating? What if Atlantis was real and its fall a warning for future civilizations? 5. The Tamam Shud case. December 1st, 1948. A well-dressed man is found dead on Somerton Beach in Adelaide, Australia. He has no ID. All tags on his clothes are cut off. In his pocket, a tiny rolled-up piece of paper with 2 words, Tamam Shud, Persian for "it is finished." Later, a book of poetry is found hidden in a car linked to the case. Inside are strange scribbles, a possible code, and a phone number connected to a local woman who denies knowing the man. Was he a spy, an assassin, a jilted lover? His fingerprints match no one. Facial recognition yields nothing. Even his DNA, tested decades later, offers no answers. To this day, he remains unidentified, a true mystery man with a haunting final message. Number 4. The WOW signal. August 15, 1977, a radio telescope in Ohio records a signal so strong, so unusual, that it defies all natural explanation. It lasts exactly 72 seconds. It seems to come from the constellation Sagittarius. Astronomer Jerry Amon, astonished by the data, writes one word in the margin of the printout: WOW. The signal fits all the characteristics we'd expect from an intelligent, intentional transmission, but it was never heard again. Despite repeated attempts to detect it, the cosmos stayed silent. No natural object has ever been linked to it, no space probe, nothing. Some say it was a cosmic accident. Others believe it was a message, a single moment when another civilization tried to reach out and we missed the chance to reply. 3. The vanishing of Flight MH370. On March 8, 2014, Malaysia Airlines Flight MH370 took off with 239 people on board. Not long after takeoff, it disappeared from radar, without a distress call, without explanation. For years, the world searched the Indian Ocean. A few pieces of wreckage washed up on remote beaches, but the plane itself has never been found. What happened? Some believe it was a mechanical failure. Others point to deliberate sabotage. A few even suggest military involvement or a hijacking. Satellite data shows the plane may have taken a sharp, mysterious turn, flying for hours in the wrong direction. Despite being one of the most advanced aircraft ever built, MH370 simply vanished. 2. The mystery of D.B. Cooper. November 24, 1971. A calm, well-dressed man boards a plane in Portland, Oregon. He hands a note to a flight attendant. He has a bomb and demands $200,000 in cash. After receiving the ransom in Seattle, he releases the passengers and orders the plane to fly toward Mexico. Somewhere over the forests of Washington State, he opens the rear stairway and parachutes into the stormy night, never to be seen again. Despite a massive manhunt, Cooper vanished. The only trace, a few bundles of cash found years later along a riverbank, still wrapped in the original rubber bands. Did he die during the jump, or did he land, disappear, and live a quiet life with his stolen fortune? We may never know, but D.B. Cooper remains the only person to hijack a commercial airliner and get away with it. 1. The global hum. It's been reported in the UK, the US, Australia, Canada, and beyond. A low-frequency hum, like the sound of an engine idling, that only some people can hear. It's not tinnitus, it's not psychological. In many cases, groups of people in the same town hear it, while others right next door don't. It disrupts sleep, it causes anxiety, it drives people to leave their homes. Scientists have tried to trace it to industrial sources, power lines, and even seismic activity, but no clear explanation has ever stuck. Could it be natural resonance, military experiments, something deeper, something we can't detect, but only some of us can feel? Whatever it is, the hum is spreading, and it's still unsolved. These are just 10 of the many puzzles the world has yet to solve, each one a window into something greater, something unknown, maybe even unknowable. So, which mystery left you speechless? Do you think some of these will ever be solved? Or are they destined to remain unanswered? Let us know in the comments below. And if you want more deep dives into the strange, the unexplained, and the truly mysterious.
You say that I'm psychotic.